Good morning, all. This is our fifth video of Economics Unit 3 Demand, and probably this will be our last video of the same unit. Now, in the previous video, we have seen the meaning of price elasticity, then 5 types of price elasticity, then their outcome, and 6 definitions. Means a definition for price elasticity, then for elastic demand, for inelastic demand, for unitary elastic demand, for perfectly elastic demand, for perfectly inelastic demand. Today we are going to see 5 figures of price elasticity, then the concept of cross elasticity, and last the concept of income elasticity, and the unit gets over. So, whatever we have seen in the previous video, kindly keep that content in mind, because the meaning, the schedule, the solution, the explanation is given in the previous video. Now, today we are just going to study the meaning of price elasticity and its types with the help of a figure. So, we are going to draw 5 figures in case of price elasticity. So, what was our first type? Yes, number 1 was elastic demand. And do you remember the outcome? Outcome was greater than 1, which means percentage change in demand is more than the percentage change in price. Our definition was, when percentage change in price of the commodity brings more proportionate percentage change in demand of a commodity, it is known as elastic demand. So, let us present the same with the help of a figure. So, number one is elastic demand. Now, as we all know that from the very first figure we have decided that on y-axis we are going to present price, and on x-axis we are going to present demand. So, on x-axis, let me note down demand, into bracket you can write units, and on y-axis let me record price, into bracket you can write rupees. And as it was decided, whenever a figure is to be drawn, after the completion of your figure, just try to draw a box. First, it will differentiate the figure from the other figure, and number 2, it will be treated as a sign of good presentation. So now, on x-axis demand, on y-axis we have price. Suppose the price of a commodity is rupees 10 and the quantity demanded is 100. So let me write 10 here and let me write 100 here. Now, if the price rise by 20%, that is, the price of the commodity becomes 12. Schedule already we have seen in the previous video. So, in this video we are not going to discuss the meaning again. We are not going to draw the schedule again. Only 5 figures we are going to present. Only 5 figures. So, whenever you are trying to study unit 3, video number 4 and video number 5, you must see in sequence. I mean, go through these videos in sequence. Now, suppose the price of the commodity rise, there is rise in price by 20%, and if the demand of a commodity reduces by 30%, that is, it becomes 70. It becomes 70, means percentage change in demand of the commodity is more than the percentage change in price of a commodity. Percentage change in demand of a commodity, see this gap, this shows change in demand, this shows percentage change in demand, and this one is more than this change, means price changes by 20%, demand changes by 30%. So it is known as elastic demand, because in case of elastic demand, answer is greater than 1. Greater than 1 means change in demand is more. Change in demand is more. So let us draw a demand line here. See, while we are doing evaluation of your answer sheet, we won't keep pencil and pen with us or a scale with us. But when you draw a shape, it will be very clear whether your figure is right or wrong. So let me present this with D dash, and this stands for that price elasticity is greater than 1. Price elasticity is greater than 1. Finish. Now, number 2. Second, we have seen inelastic demand. Let me write inelastic demand. And as we all know, the outcome is less than 1. The outcome is less than 1. Chalo, again. On y-axis, we are going to present the price. So let it be y. Then on x-axis, we are going to present demand. So demand on x-axis into bracket units, then price on y-axis into bracket rupees. So once again, the price of the commodity 10 and the quantity demanded 100 will keep the same. So price of the commodity here is 10 and the quantity demanded is 100. The base value will be same. Now, suppose here the change in price was 20% and change in demand was 30. Now, if the price changes by 30% and due to change in price, demand changes by 20%, that is, change in demand is less than the change in price. At that time, figure will be like price of the commodity changes by 30%. That is, price becomes 1313, and the change in demand is 20%. That is, demand reduces to 80. Price increased by 30%, demand reduced by 20%. So we can observe that here change in demand is less than the change in price. Let us draw the demand curve. And let me write D dash, that stands for price elasticity is less than 1. Price elasticity is less than 1. Now, number 3. Number 3 is unitary elastic demand. Unitary elastic demand, and the answer is equals to 1. Even in your textbook or in reference book, it is written that demand elasticity equals to 1 or elastic demand equals to 1. It's same. Or elastic demand equals to unit, that is unitary elastic demand. So there won't be any change in the answer. Now, unitary elastic demand means answer is 1, that is percentage change in price, and the percentage change in demand will be same. Percentage change in price and percentage change in demand will be same. So once again, let us draw Y and X here, 0, as decided on y-axis price into bracket rupees, and on x-axis demand into bracket units. Now, what we'll do after the completion of your figure, or when you complete your x and y axis, we'll draw a box. Okay, our base will be same, that is price 10, demand 100, no change in the base value. So let me write and let me draw that here price of the commodity is 10 and the quantity demanded is 100. You can draw a figure even with me. It means while you are playing the video, keep your CW, pencil, scale and pen ready. First you draw the y and x axis, stop the video, then see what I am going to present. Then again you can do the same at your home. Now, equals to 1 unitary elastic demand means a product is price sensitive. Yesterday we have discussed that the product is price sensitive. Whatever change is there in the price of the commodity, with the same percentage change, demand will change. I mean, in demand, same percentage change will be observed. So, suppose the price of the commodity becomes 12, that is, there is rise in the price by 20%. So 10 to 12. So here the price will reduce to 80. 20% rise in price and demand contracts by 20%. See, price increases from 10 to 12 and the demand reduced from 100 to 80. 100 to 80. So, this change in demand is equals to change in price. Equals to change in price. Again, let us draw a slope. डिमांड कर्व ड्रॉ करें हम. Keep this in mind. Your figure will be observed on the basis of demand curve. That is, here price elasticity is equals to 1. Now, even though the meaning is given in the previous video, once more, when percentage change in price of the commodity brings more proportionate percentage change, so elastic demand. When percentage change in price of the commodity brings less proportionate percentage change in demand, inelastic demand. when percentage change in price of the commodity brings the same proportionate percentage change in demand of a commodity, it is unitary elastic demand. Now the reason after this revision is because now for fourth and fifth one we have to keep no, any, no. So number 4, that is perfectly elastic demand, and the outcome in case of perfectly elastic demand is it is infinite. The answer is infinite. तो हमने डेफिनेशन क्या देखा था, मीनिंग क्या देखा था प्रीवियस वीडियो में, that when no percentage change in price of the commodity brings any percentage change in demand of a commodity, it is known as perfectly elastic demand. It's known as perfectly elastic demand. So once again, x and y axis, let us record demand here, into bracket as decided units, on y axis price, then rupees. Now according to the definition, when no percentage change in price of the commodity, no percentage change means price was 10, price will be 10. So price of the commodity is 10, and if I draw in this way, then at price 10, demand was 100, price is still same, demand increases, price is still same, demand still expands, price is still same, demand still expands. So आप अगर याद रखना चाहो तो आंसर इज इनफाइनाइट. इनफाइनाइट that means horizontal. So a figure will be horizontal because the fifth one is going to be vertical. The fifth one is going to be vertical. So the fourth one will be horizontal. And the answer is infinite. Infinite we are writing in horizontal way. I mean the sign is horizontal. So see, let it be 80, 100, 120, 140. No percentage change in price of the commodity brings any percentage proportionate change. Bring any proportionate percentage change in demand of a commodity. It is known as perfectly elastic demand. Perfectly elastic demand. So again, as decided, let us put the figure into the box. And now number 5. Perfectly inelastic demand. Perfectly inelastic demand, and the answer would be 0. And things to remember while drawing a figure is fourth one is horizontal, then the fifth one would be vertical. Fifth one would be vertical. See, y-axis, price on y, and x-axis 0. Let us write demand on x-axis Now, here it was no any, now it will be any no. Means when any percentage change in the price of the commodity brings no change, brings no proportionate percentage change in demand of a commodity, it is known as perfectly inelastic demand. Perfectly inelastic demand. Suppose the demand of a commodity is 100. Now, this demand was 100 when the price of the commodity was 10. Now price increases to 12, still demand is 100. Price increases to 14, still demand is 100. And if it will be 16, 18, 20, 22, 30, 40, demand will remain same. It happens in case of necessity goods. See, price of rice, price of wheat, price of milk, if they increases, still we won't reduce the demand for the same. We won't reduce the demand for the same. Now, when I am talking about a pouch of milk, it was available at rupees 7. Now it is available at rupees 28. Still its demand is same. Even with rise in population, its demand has expanded. But there is no reduction in demand. There is no reduction in demand. So, let us present the same or put the figure into the box. So students, this one was the explanation of price elasticity and its 5 types. Meaning of price elasticity, meaning of elastic demand, inelastic demand, unitary elastic demand, perfectly elastic demand, perfectly inelastic. 6 definitions we have seen. Now, further we are going to discuss the definition of income elasticity. In that case, positive income elasticity, negative income elasticity, zero income elasticity. Income elasticity greater than 1, less than 1, equals to 1. Then cross elasticity means more 8 definitions. Means more 8 definitions. So in demand elasticity, our second concept is income elasticity. Let me write. Income elasticity. Now, here also the definition will remain same. But first of all, before we'll go for definition, let us write the formula. And the formula is income elasticity equals to percentage change in demand of the commodity upon percentage change in income of a consumer. So, percentage change in demand of commodity upon percentage change in income of a consumer or income of an individual. Now see, this becomes very easy because in previous question the formula was percentage change in demand of a commodity upon percentage change in price of the commodity. In denominator we have written price because we were talking about price elasticity. But now as we are talking about income elasticity, in denominator it would be income of a consumer. So now the formula is income elasticity equals to percentage change in demand of a commodity upon percentage change in income of a consumer. Percentage change in demand of a commodity upon percentage change in income of a consumer. Is it clear? Now, the same can be explained with the help of a short formula, that income elasticity equals to percentage change in demand of a commodity upon percentage change in income of a consumer. So in short, we can write in this way, and when it comes to write the formula, it will be this. Now, the way we have learned the definition from the formula in case of price elasticity, we are going to do the same. So, look at the board. Same. I just need to add two words, when and brings proportionate. So see, when, फिर पूरा denominator, when percentage change in income of a consumer or income of an individual brings, this words I need to add, when and brings proportionate, then numerator, brings proportionate percentage change in demand of a commodity, demand of a commodity, then it is known as income elasticity. See, in the last lecture only we have cleared that if the formula of price elasticity is clear in your mind, the upcoming formula and the definitions would be very clear. So, in place of price, we have recorded income of a consumer. So, our formula is income elasticity equals to percentage change in demand of a commodity upon percentage changes in income of a consumer. Then, the same we can present in a very short way, that is income elasticity equals to percentage change in demand of a commodity upon percentage change in income of a consumer. And it can be represented in a descriptive manner like when, then denominator. When percentage change in income of a consumer, a denominator, brings proportionate, then again the whole numerator, brings proportionate percentage change in demand of a commodity, It is known as income elasticity. Now, exactly what is this income elasticity? So, as we have cleared the meaning of demand elasticity, that the degree or the extent to which demand changes due to change in price. So, price we have seen, income we are studying right now. So, when income of a consumer changes, what effects can be observed on demand, that we have to study now. So, basic, there are three types of income elasticity. Number one, positive income elasticity. Number two, negative income elasticity. And number three, zero income elasticity. Positive income elasticity, negative income elasticity, and zero income elasticity. Now, the income elasticity means we need to observe the change in the demand due to change in income. We need to observe the change in demand due to change in income of a consumer. So, positive income elasticity means when there is linear relation. When there is linear relation between the percentage change in income and percentage change in demand. Means if income increases, demand increases. If income decreases, demand decreases. So this is known as positive relation. This is known as positive relation, or we can write that when, keep this thing in mind because you have to write the meaning in your CW. When percentage change in income of a consumer and percentage change in demand of a commodity are in same direction, which means if income of an individual increases, demand of a commodity increases, and if income of an individual decreases, demand of a commodity decreases. So when this happens, it is known as positive income elasticity. Positive means change is in same direction. Change is in same direction. So, in the meaning of positive income elasticity, this when and brings proportionate words are not to be used directly. That if the percentage change in income of a consumer and percentage change in demand of a commodity are in same direction, it is known as positive income elasticity. Now, if the change in the income and change in demand is in opposite direction, opposite direction means there is inverse relation. Income decreases, demand increases. Or if income decreases, demand increases, income increases, demand decreases. So, it can be explained like this: income and demand. If income increases, demand decreases. If income decreases, demand of a commodity increases. There are chances that some commodities are demanded more when the income of an individual increases, and the same commodity is demanded in a less quantity when income of an individual decreases, which means changes are in the same direction. So it is known as positive income elasticity. And there are certain commodities whose demand decreases when the income of an individual increases. Suppose income of an individual increases, then the demand for the inferior goods decreases. And if the income of an individual decreases, demand of certain commodity increases. So, the changes are in the opposite direction, which is known as negative income elasticity. And zero income elasticity means no change, like we have seen in the fifth figure of price elasticity, that irrespective of change in price, demand remains same. Here you need to write any percentage change in income of a consumer brings no percentage change in demand of a commodity. It is known as zero income elasticity. means whether the income of an individual increases or decreases, demand remains unaffected. Demand remains constant. Demand does not change. So that is known as zero income elasticity. Zero income elasticity means there is no change in demand. Here change was in same direction. Here change was in opposite direction. And when it comes to zero income elasticity, irrespective of change in income, on demand there is no change. There is no change. Now, positive income elasticity can be of three types. That is income elasticity greater than 1, income elasticity less than 1, or income elasticity equals to 1. Means keep the same formula in mind. Keep the same formula in mind and remember the meaning of elastic demand, inelastic demand and unitary elastic demand. Because in case of elastic demand answer was greater than 1, here also answer is greater than 1. In elastic demand it was less than 1, here also it is less than 1. In unitary elastic demand it was equals to 1, here also it is equals to 1. So now the meaning of income elasticity greater than 1 would be when percentage change in income of a consumer brings answer is greater than 1, so it will be more proportionate percentage change in demand of a commodity, it is known as income elasticity, which means जितना परसेंटेज चेंज इनकम में होगा कंपेयरिंग टू दैट, इन कंपैरिजन टू दैट there will be more change in demand. Means if your income increases by 10%, your demand increases by 20%. Or if your income decreases by 20%, your demand decreases by 30%. Means percentage change in income is less and percentage change in demand is more. Now, income elasticity less than 1. So, in place of more, we have to write less. So, meaning would be when percentage change in income of a consumer brings less proportionate percentage change in demand of a commodity, it is known as income elasticity, which means suppose income increases by 30%. So, demand will increase but by 20%. Suppose income of an individual decreases by 30%. So, demand will also decrease because change is in same direction. But percentage of change in demand would be less than the percentage change in income. And then the third one is income elasticity equals to 1. That is percentage change in demand of a commodity and percentage change in income of a consumer are same. So, meaning would be when percentage change in income of a consumer brings same proportionate percentage change in demand of a commodity, it is known as income elasticity equals to 1. So, students, see, this income elasticity greater than 1 means it is like elastic demand. Income elasticity less than 1 is like inelastic demand. Income elasticity equals to 1 is like unitary elastic demand. And zero income elasticity is like perfectly inelastic demand. Means 4 definitions in both the cases are same. And now the last question is cross elasticity. And cross elasticity means we are talking about two commodities. it can be substitute, or it can be complementary. Now, cross elasticity equals to percentage change in demand of a commodity upon percentage change in price of a commodity. Now you people will say, sir, ये तो आपने सेम डेफिनेशन लिखा है जो आपने प्राइस इलास्टिसिटी में लिखा था. तो यस, इट इज द सेम, बट द ओनली डिफरेंस विल बी percentage change in price of a commodity X upon percentage change in price of a commodity Y. In price elasticity, demand and price was for same commodity. It means if we are talking about commodity X, so we are talking about demand and price of commodity X. But in case of cross elasticity, price of a relative goods and its effect on the substitute or complementary goods. Once again, percentage change in demand of commodity X upon percentage change in price of the commodity Y means percentage change in price of the commodity Y. If the price changes for commodity Y, what effect can be seen on demand of a commodity X? So this X and Y, this X and Y can be substitute and they can be complement. It can be substitute, it can be complementary, like it can be tea and coffee, as we have seen in the very first question, means substitute. It can be car and petrol, that we have seen in case of complementary, means change in the price of coffee affects the demand of tea. Change in the price of petrol affects the demand of car, or change in the price of car affects the demand of petrol. So cross elasticity का meaning लिखना हो तो again same, see, when percentage change in price of a commodity X brings proportionate percentage change in the demand of a commodity X, यानी कि when percentage change in price of the commodity Y brings proportionate percentage change in demand of a commodity X, it is known as cross elasticity. Or you can write in this way also, when percentage change in price of one commodity brings proportionate percentage change in demand of another commodity, it is known as cross elasticity. So the chapter gets over, and at the end of the chapter very small question is given, very small question, and that question can be how a change in the demand can be observed. So we have three methods. Number one, proportionate percentage method, it is this one. Number two, total outlay method. Now total outlay method means quantity sold multiplied by price, quantity sold multiplied by price. Suppose previously I was selling 100 units at rupees 10, so 100 into 10, 1000, my total outlay was 1000. Now with a decrease in price of rupees 8, I am able to sell 120 units. So 12 it's a 96, 960. My total outlay has decreased by 40 rupees. So this one is proportionate percentage method. Number two is total outlay method, and number three, geometric method. That means a graphical method that we have already seen in case of law of demand, in case of individual demand and market demand, in case of expansion, contraction, increase or decrease, in case of elastic, inelastic, unitary elastic, perfectly elastic and perfectly inelastic demand. So, study it, go through the videos. Here, chapter number 3 demand gets over. Thank you.